Hi friends, I can't believe I'm saying this, but welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Laura and I have been reading romance books for a couple of years now. I also have a TikTok channel, and ever since I have that channel I have been thinking about starting a Booktube because I love to see more Booktube channels talking about queer books. As you can hear, I am not a native English speaker, so I did need some courage to start a Booktube channel where I had to talk in English about the books I love to read. I am definitely a mood reader, so the books I recommend are between low angst and books that make me cry, and I sometimes even enjoy books that don't have an happily ever after. And although I am a mood reader and like to read different kinds of things, there are some themes that I gravitate towards. I really enjoy books where there is a healing journey, where there is a lot of emotional depth in characters, where there's caretaking. So I was thinking I might share some book recs with you in this video on themes that I really enjoy or books that I read recently that just piqued my interest. Of course, I have to start this list with the trope that I love most, and that is hurt comfort. And a book I read recently that I really enjoyed with this trope is Pieces of Home by Becca Neal. Not someone who buys a lot of special edition books, although I am converting, but I was halfway and I just knew I needed to have this on my bookshelf. This story starts with Jake, who is on his daily walks on the beach in front of his house, and he finds Rye. And Rye ran away from a terrible situation he was in for many years, and together they start healing from what broke them. What I really enjoyed about this book is that it not only focuses on the romance, but also on how both characters heal and how they can support each other in that journey. It's definitely a book that is more slow-paced, a pacing that I need to get used to in the beginning. But the more I was into the story, the more I understood that the pacing really enhances their love story, and both characters really need that pacing for it to make sense. Now, if you're more in the mood for something cute, low angsty, The Cuckoo's Call by Lily Morton might be your thing. It's definitely more of a summer type of book, mostly because of the setting, because it's set in Mallorca and in Venice. When his friends leave Ren on his vacation, he has dinner with Matteo, and he clearly enjoys Ren's company so much that he decides to invite him on his road trip where he has to check in on the hotels he owns. And it's quite a funny setup because they decide to be a couple for those weeks and go undercover. For multiple reasons, it's important to me that the love stories I read also show people with disabilities or characters who struggle with their mental health. When I was looking for some book recs on this rep, I had a really hard time to pick just one. So I was thinking maybe I should make a video on that on its own. So definitely let me know in the comments if that would be something you would like to see. For the disability rep, I chose Until I Saw You because it's more of a low angst romance book with a disability rep, as it focuses on a man who is blind and his caretaker who helps him regain his independence, but it also shows how both characters again can lean on each other and find more hope and peace in their life again. And for the mental health rep, I chose Echoes of Us by Alex Cross, and if you follow me over on TikTok, you already know I am completely obsessed with that story at the moment, mostly because it shows the realness and the rawness of a character with addiction, and also dares to focus on the feelings of the partner with addiction. It doesn't only focus on the caretaking and the support, but also on how hopeless a partner of someone with an addiction can feel like. And although it has a very heavy subject, it's still a beautiful love story in my opinion. Because this is my first YouTube video, it might be nice to know what I'm planning to do more. I definitely want to make more videos like this where I make lists of book recs on a different theme of trope, because I love to make lists, so why not share them with you. I also want to make more review videos, maybe do a deep dive of themes and tropes we see often in romance books. And I also want to focus every month on the new releases, because I know over on TikTok people really like when I make these types of videos. And most importantly, I just hope this can be a lovely hangout spot for people who like to read queer books, where we can share our love for it, where we can share book recs and opinions, and just have a nice place to do that. If you have suggestions, if you want to see a type of video, definitely let me know in the comments, and I can't wait to speak with you again next week. Bye!